Right. In this session, we're going to do, let's call it recycling, or maybe refurbishing, or maybe it's garbage disposal, something like that. Just grasp that as we go into this session here. I'm going to do this with my eyes closed. You can keep them open. Uh, it's just for me, just keeping my eyes closed works for me for this. All right. You can put your hands, you have a couple of options. You can just clasp them together. You can put one each on your either thigh, so meaning left hand, left thigh, right thigh, or on your belly below your belly button. All right. Plant your feet on the ground so your soles are flat. And shift your attention to your breath and the body movement as the breath goes in and out of your body. And also shift your attention to your heartbeat and notice how and know how, remember how we can take our pulse on various areas of our body. We usually use our wrists, our neck. We can also use the groin and the foot. And just remember that it's the same pulse that goes from the same heart, right? Then it pumps it to those places, helps pump it, and eventually it comes back. Now, paying attention to your heart beating. With each beat, with each pump, with each force, feel the nutrients, the nourishment, and all the good stuff, the stuff that's helping you build, stuff you want all over your body, the oxygen, the nutrients, all these aspects of our chemistry and our biology that keeps things moving and feeds us. Feel that being pumped to your whole body. Staying with your heartbeat. Also noticing how much, if you really focus on it, how much it just moves things around in your chest as well. So that nourishment, your heart is pumping those nourishments from your chest all the way up through your neck to the far reaches of your scalp, your whole head and face. They're being nourished. Your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your forearms, wrists and hands, and tips of your fingers, all being nourished with every pump of your heart, every distant end, tip of every joint in the chest, the rib cage, all of your ribs on the left and right side as they meet your sternum in the front and your spine, the back. Blood is pumping all these nourishments to all those places, and they're being fed good food, good nourishment. Also to all of the organs in your chest, including the lungs, the heart itself, your esophagus, all of the stuff. You don't have to focus on the specific organs. You could just also use the whole space feeling being nourished. Your thoracoabdominal diaphragm between your chest and your abdomen, between your chest and your belly. That's also being fed as it tirelessly does the work of breathing. That's being fed. Your belly and all of the space and organs, as well as the back, the lumbar spine, they're all being fed with each pump of your heart. They're all being nourished. All being nourished and fed. Your pelvis, your groin, your genitals, your hips, thighs, knees, legs, ankles, feet, tiptoes, all being fed healthy, nutritious nourishment each pump of your heart. Feel how healthy your body feels and appreciative of your body helping itself and feeding it. Then from all the spots and areas or everywhere that was fed, also all the byproducts of metabolism, all the stuff that we don't want there anymore. We want to move it out, move it back. All that's leaving and going back to the heart as well, so it can be sent to the different parts of the body that can take care of it. So from tip of your toes, it's being siphoned back, pushed back, pulled back, all this no longer needed stuff. You can call it the garbage or the leftover stuff that we don't want around anymore. So that's being siphoned from our tiptoes, our ankles, legs, knees, thighs, hips, pelvis, genitals, our belly, our chest, our spine, our shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers, our neck, our face, our scalp, our head, all of the garbage we don't want around anymore is being siphoned away. So feel all that stuff we don't want anymore being driven and taken back as the heart processes the flow for that and sends that where it needs to go. all the nutrients being fed to all of our tissues and our body, our organs, and all of the garbage leaving and being sent away and leaving the body. Now, moving on to finishing up with our body, more our embodiment parts in a way. Center, we're going to move to our heart center as we input, take in, eat, be nourished by delicious food of positive emotions and happiness. I say our natural state is to be laughing, happy, smiling, and being joyful. Uh, that's not to say we won't and shouldn't have times of grief or sadness or anxiety or fear, but we want to eat, give our body more of that happiness and more smiles, more calmness, more confidence, laughter, just embrace and affection. So feed your body the emotional parts of your body so that these smiles, your heart is now sending out these smiles, as it were, to your body. So now positive, joyful emotions are being pumped by your heart up to your neck, to your head, and your face, and your scalp. And feel your head becoming more happy, as it were. Feel these happy, positive feelings and emotions going to your shoulders, all the way arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, fingers, to your whole chest and your spine and your belly. So just feel that positive happiness, joy, smiles being spread there to your pelvis and your genitals, hips, thighs, knees, legs, ankles, feet, tiptoes, nourishing all the parts, organs, bones, flesh, everything. This heartful, nourishing emotions and feelings with each heartbeat. And yes, we'll have negative, quote unquote, negative emotions, but no healthy reason to keep them around. But we also want to have them leave once their role or their task is finished. So let the lingering fear, anxiety, anger, sadness, shame, hurt, let these no longer dwell in those body parts, but let it be siphoned away from all the parts and back to kind of your chest and your heart so it can take it out to be taken away by the garbage. So feel those no longer needed in this moment, those negative emotions and feelings, leaving your toes, your feet, going up to your ankles, legs, knees, thighs, hips, genitals, groin, pelvis, abdomen, your spine and your chest, fingertips, hands, forearms, elbows, arms, shoulders, all that being carried back to the heart, from your scalp to your head and your face and your neck, all the way as it siphons away these emotions, negative emotions that maybe had a role at some point, but now we want to get rid of them, and so we can return to our more joyful state. Let that dissipate out. Let the heart help you get it out, take out the garbage, go where it needs to go, because it's not healthy to have that stay in your body. We're nourishing body with the physical nourishment and the emotional nourishment, and siphoning away, getting rid of the metabolic wastes and the emotional waste in a way, which if it stays around will not be good for us. Feel your bodies being nourished with physical nutrition, emotional nutrition, and how happy that feels. And next, let's move up to the heart, the head, and let's nourish our whole body with nourishing, nutritive, delicious ideas, thoughts, and perspectives. What that feels like, or what that is. Just don't think about it. Just know that it's happening. When you bring your attention to this, so your heart is now pumping this every heartbeat, your body is being pumped this nutritive, nutritious thoughts. Heart is pumping all of this to your neck, to your head, to your brain, to your scalp, to your shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, and your hands and your fingertips, your chest, your spine, and your belly. These nourishing thoughts are going there. Your pelvis, groin, genitals, hips, thighs, knees, legs, ankles, foot, tip, toe. So now with every heartbeat, you're getting the physical nutrition, emotional nutrition, and thought nutrition being nourished. And we're now siphoning away or observing with the heartbeat unhelpful thoughts, perspectives, and ideas, and thought patterns, and viewpoints that aren't healthy, that will disturb our health the longer we have them. Let those siphon out. Let that be pulled away so that we can get rid of them from our tiptoes, to our feet, ankles, legs, knees, thighs, hips, genitals, groin area, pelvis. Feel those negative thoughts, those unhealthy thoughts being siphoned away. Belly, spine, your chest, fingertips, hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, arms, shoulders, negative thoughts that are no longer needed or are unhelpful or they're not healthy, let that be drained away from every cell, from every corner, and then from your scalp, head, your eyes, forehead, your brain, face, neck, to your heart. And as your heart now, with this force and its wisdom, sends it away and disperses and sends it out, takes out the garbage. Continue to nourish every part of your body with this physical nutrition, positive emotional nutrition, positive thoughts. Let it siphon away the wastes, physical wastes, chemical wastes, emotional wastes, and thought wastes that are no longer helpful. Actually, they're unhealthy to keep in the body. And now feel every part of your body feeling nourished, fresh now that the garbage is taken out. And also knowing your heart is doing that in every moment. It's helping the flow and giving nutrition while helping take the wastes away and sending them out, away, and and nourishing you. If there's any particular part of the body, a particular emotion, thought that needs a little more attention, you can focus your attention there. Don't get stuck on it though. Just let the heart and your body and your heart and your head do their work. Their intelligence and their wisdom will take care of it. Feel your force of your heart just resonating. Thank it as it does its tasks and role, as it thanks you for letting it do what it does. Now, as a more holistic, that's not the best way to describe this. Let's do one last one where now our whole body and our whole emotional beingness and our thoughtness, that is who the you that you are. Let your heart nourish all of that, not in parts, but as a single thing. You can also say, I am being nourished. That includes my body, my heart, my head. And the wastes I have are being siphoned away and disposed of all at once. As it leaves your body, those waste, the emotion waste, thought waste, and physical waste. You feel how healthy things are getting and realizing your body's doing this all the time. Now, you can revisit specific parts for this if you need to. Let's say particular negative emotion or negative thoughts, or maybe something you ate needs this specific focus, then you could also focus on that specifically. So continue to be nourished and get rid of the waste. Okay.